There we go. Now we're back up. Hey, welcome everybody to the stream. Got some econ stuff to do today. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and get this done. We got 2 days to go. Sub goal for this month is 15. I have been gifted subs throughout the month, but I guess it's during the stream, I guess. And we got 2 days to go to hit that 75 follower like, so let's try to ramp it up as quick as we can. Let's see. Oh yeah, that's right. They're gonna release an agent server, so let's do this here. First things first, we gotta go pay for some islands. But one thing I want to do, let's see. We need to go do that. And we only need 45 of those. Let's split that. And then we need to get some livestock feed so we can get these guys going. But let's go. Yep, let's go. Let's see here. First place I gotta go to is Havana. So, loot drops are on if you are a Prime subscriber. So again, appreciate that. Wait a minute. Is this the right? It? Oh, it's okay. So I'm already here. Let's go ahead and get stuff planted. Now for these, we use our focus because it does spawn me about 48 of these every time I 49. So I'm building a reserve enough to do 2 islands. So that way I'm not having to go to the market and buy more calves, considering they are so much more expensive than your like the actual end production, which is really weird with this game. They the end product, a cow in the real world, is worth a lot more than the cat fits. So there we go. Alright, let's get these guys fed. And then what we'll do now, and I'm also trying to get this maxed out. Oh shoot, there's one I forgot. Okay. Did I miss? Yep, I did miss him. So I'm going to be working on some more emotes. I'm probably going to reach out to somebody to build some for me. I think I downloaded some. I just got to figure out. I got to read on how to import them in. So we will have free ones for followers, obviously, because we want to thank people that follow us. But you guys that sub will have a whole new set of emotes. So then for people that gift subs and stuff like that, we'll even do emotes for them. Oh, sorry about that. My daughter's friends came over with a dog. Alright, so we got the cow island done. I went to the wrong island. Yeah, so what I was saying is it's really odd how they, I mean, I guess to an extent, you know, the less people that are doing this, it drives the value up, but the average sell of a cow is only like 6,800 on the market. And I'll be really interested to see what happens when a lot of these people move over to this new Asian server. It might open up a lot of big, you know, if there are producers or farmers that grow these, that if they leave and go over there and do it, it might help drive up the price. But again, I don't know what's going to happen. It would be interesting to see, where is that one big island I have to go to? Is that it right there? Yes, that's it right there. Pay this person. They let me rent their island, so wait a minute, why is that a... Oh, that's one of my... Oh, do I not have it listed? Let's see here. I gotta find that right island. Okay, so it must be in here then. I think it's that one right there, the top one, but I just want to make sure. Yeah, it's this one. ACCH. ACC, there it is. Let's go here. That's right, we'll get there. I'll pop up the calf because I know I've got way too much weight for my bear that I ride. My bear. Is this the one? Or one of them has like a lumber mill that I pay. I don't know if is it over here. Okay. Whoa, wait a minute here. All right. Oh. Okay. This we're gonna take care of right now. Like, hey, can't find out where you're at. Alright, this one, yeah, here we go. Alright, yep, we're gonna pause at 11 mil. Alright, and let's see. Alright, obviously, when you click off screen, alright, let me just do some real quick. I'm gonna let this guy know that I got him paid. He's been pretty patient, so just gotta find where his name went. There it is. Alright, we'll just minimize that. Alright, so he's done. We'll give that up. That way, boom. Now, let's do this. Gotta bring up my farm report because that's where I need to go. Alright. So we took care of Havana. So. Sorry about that, guys. Had to take care of one of the little ones. Alright, let's get chickens planted here. Make some money now. Gotta make some silver. Get these chickadees planted. Oh, it's kind of the same thing with chickens. You know, you plant, you you lay these chickens down, and the babies cost more than the end result does, which is just stunningly ridiculous. Hope you guys enjoy the music. I'm running the site I run for this music is it's called Epidemic Sound. A lot of royalty-free music on there. A lot of cool stuff just to listen to while you play. But it all depends on what you're into. This game is Albion Online. It's a MMO. It's, yeah, I would say it's kind of like RuneScape in a way. It's very elementary in its development, and the reason why I say that is real simple stuff. I mean, literally they built the game for the PvP player, but if you're somebody like me who likes more the econ side of the house, you know, I'm a PvE guy. I like running kind of like a conglomerate to make silver and stuff. I do it in all MMOs, you know. I even did it in WoW. I had a miner and a blacksmith, so that's pretty much what I enjoy doing on this side of it. But it's pretty fun. You can play it on mobile, which unless you have a tablet, it's really hard to see, or one of the flip open phones, the Z Folder. But overall, it's pretty fun. I mean, it does lack in a lot of ways compared to a lot of other MMOs out there. You know, it's not a WoW killer or anything like that, but it is a very much driven PvP game. There are different things you can max up, like I'll show you here in a second. Let me finish with this island. Oh. Basically, what I'm right now is I'm using what's called focus. So I'm allowing them with focus. What'll happen is it'll produce an extra baby or an extra adult chicken. So I'll produce more off it, which is weird. You put down 3 and you only get 1 on the return. So but it can be a very time consuming game on the PvE side, depending on what you're doing. But just to give you a for instance, let me so this right here, you have a skill tree, and auto respect. No, I don't want to auto respect. I like where I'm at. Holy crap! I got learning points. Dear Lord. Okay, so say for instance right here, this is your training for craftsman, and right now I'm a level 1, so I have to refine any T2 resource to gain fame. Right now I have level 1, so I can craft any of these level 1 items at a blacksmith or something. But then if I drill down into the trees, like here's for journeyman refiner, I can refine all level 2, tier 2 to level 3. So I can do stone blocks, bronze bars, I can do thick leather, neat cloth, and chestnut planks. But that goes down even further where you come into here. Wow. See, I haven't checked this stuff. I just went up to level 70 on that. Holy moly. Wow, that's quite interesting. Okay, so there's that. So here's like, so to do this, I gotta craft steel bars and finish this off. So I gotta go to a refinery. So I gotta go mine ore or buy ore off the market and then refine. And then when I refine it, I can make any of this. Pristine steel, exceptional, rare, and it's all based on what the rare resource is. So if you find the ore for uncommon, then you can make uncommon steel bars, but you have to have so much of it. So there's that. I told you I haven't been in this in a while because I'm a PvE guy, so I don't really think a lot about this. All right, so we're gonna learn that. Yep. I went up to level 50. So okay. So for the next one, I gotta craft pine planks. And then, see, I get passive bonuses. So you get a plus 30 bonus to focus, cost, efficiency when refining wood. And I get a 250 plus 250 bonus for focus, cost, efficiency when refining pine log. So any wood I get a bonus on focus for efficiency for wood. But then if I focus on just pine logs to create planks, then I get a 250 bonus. So again, I know it sounds really stupid boring. In a lot of cases it is. Okay, and I'm a level 12 stone cutter. So now I can go to my stone cutter and oh, thanks, man. I can then craft these travertine blocks. So, and that's a tier 5 or tier 4 block. And this is what you need to make them. So I need one sandstone block and then 2 travertine stone. Wow, you can tell I haven't been over here in a while. And see, it drills down even further. So now we've come here. This is for tier 5, and I don't have enough. I have to craft ornate cloth to get that. I can learn this because I have been smelting. That takes me to a level 46. So now I can craft these. Can't do anything with hider. Can't do anything with wood. Can't do anything with stone. So, kind of tells you where you need to focus. Yeah, see, like right here, I have to craft stiff leather or better. So I need to spend some time on that. But I really don't do a whole lot. There's a wood planer. So again, now I can craft blood oak planks, which are highly needed for certain weapons and stuff. More on the cloth, and again, it shows you where the tier has stopped because I don't have enough skill points. But I can craft all this. So, wow, it has definitely been. And then on the other side, like for combat, like I'm an animal breeder, so I can like these guys right here. If I kill a winter bear, I have the probability of getting a cub, or I can buy this and grow it. Yeah, it's a bunch of grinding. It really is. It's like I said, it's one of those things that takes time, but it can be fun, especially when you look on the outside. Like, if I have a stack, which 99 is a full stack. So if I look here, the estimated market value for this is 382K, right? So that's the estimated average of what might be sold on the market or what I can, possibly sell it for. When I go to the market with like these, just to give you an idea, I'm sitting on the estimated market value of this right here is 1.1 mil. So if I plan accordingly, the end result of a stack of chickens, and I'll show you that here in a minute. I just want to finish this island off. It actually comes out pretty good. The chickens come out probably the best on return on investment. Now this whole island here, which will be really great, I will most likely produce 1 to 2 extra baby chicks along with my 1 chicken that'll grow out of this, so that'll help me in the long run. Cut back on cost because there's always a 20% loss. Yeah, it is taken, I'm still learning things. When I first started, I wrote everything down, like what I was doing, where I was going. We gotta go here. And then, so it's one of those things where, I have a big notebook that I've talked to some guys that what they'll do is they'll open up like Notepad and they'll put the date for what they're doing and they'll type in like what they are working on and how much it costs them to buy certain things and what their return on investment was. And they looked at when we sell things, we look at the 7-day or 4-week average of buying and selling. Yeah, in some regards, it can make it harder. I mean, to give you an idea, I have a spreadsheet that I follow because my islands are everywhere. I can't remember all the names to these, and it only lets you favorite like 50 islands. So it's, now you saw me using that favor, and I only have so much of it. So like I use, or the focus. So I have 11 of these potions. So this helps. Restore that focus. So I'm going to take, and I am going to use just one of them to restore focus. All right, sorry about that. Let's come back here. All right. So yeah, like I was saying, you know, it's really based. Well, hang on. So yeah, I have a spreadsheet that I keep track of everything on. It's just, I know what I keep track of what I sell stuff for, who I sell it to, because there's a lot of people that'll buy stuff. That's nice, man. Yeah, that helps a lot. Yeah. So there is a lot to get. When you get into the PvP side of it, there's, you know, your weapon, your gear rating, stuff like that. And then in the game, there's different zones. So like for the most part, there's green zones where you can't get ganked. And then there's yellow, red, and black. And the black ones are the black zone is the worst because you pretty much lose everything if you get killed in the black zone, but there's higher reward because of the risk. PvP, just imagine playing the DMZ. You know, they'll just sit and wait. I really don't like that, especially in a game like this, because you get people that literally all they're out there to do is just mine some stuff and then head back in. And so it turns out being you know, just to gank lower level players because they're just out there trying to, you know, do their thing. Now on the PvP side, I don't have a whole lot of, I guess I have one tier 4 set of armor, but you know, I probably need to go spend a day where I just go out there and go kill mobs for a bit and work on, because I want to get my lightning greaves they have for a weapon. So I want to use that, or get those, because those are pretty powerful. But I would just out there and go and gank mobs, you know, NPC mobs and stuff. But overall, it's fun. It is time consuming, but so are all MMOs. I mean, I'm getting ready to really get into a game called the Star Citizen, and it's in its alpha phase, but it's actually pretty far along. It's a really good game. So when you buy into it, you don't necessarily buy like a monthly subscription. What you're doing is you're buying as a founder. So, you know, you're not having to worry about that. And I haven't even created my character yet. I installed it, and so I'm gonna sit down and probably stream that for a while. I'm also waiting for Starfield. That's a game that's coming out by Bethesda. And I'm telling you right now, this is going to be my game right here. And what's really cool about it is it will be available. I'll post a link in the chat for anybody that wants to. But this is the link. I know it's kind of long, but yeah, okay. So you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it is a monster game, and I'm a big EVE Online player too. When I lived in Michigan, that was one of the games that I played quite a bit, because in Michigan the winters are usually from October to almost March, sometimes into April, so you have a long time to play that game and put into focus. And I really like EVE Online. If I could find a good crew to play that with and have everybody start, you know, a brand new character and everything, and build a conglomerate, that would be what I would love to do, is, you know, and then run streams while we're playing, because in the conglomerate there's so many things that have to be done, and different skill sets do different things. That's a very technical game. I was talking to a friend of mine that I still play with today, and he was telling me that they revamped mining to make it a little easier and a little faster. And So I'm probably gonna do. We were talking about maybe doing a stream, probably next week sometime, and getting in some EVE Online, and we check into the conglomerate, but we don't probably do some of the things we need to do. So we're gonna hop into our conglomerate roles. Yeah, the thing with Starfield, I've watched all the videos, I've read all the press releases. I'm gonna be dead honest with you. The fact that they delayed it, I think, was the best thing for it. I think that really, really worked to their advantage. So I think they had more time to put into it. They were able to, spend more time in the development, because a game like Starfield it's going to be a make or break. It's going to be a make or break. And so I know Bethesda Studios wants to put the time and effort into it and really put out a good product. And it's one thing I've always liked about Bethesda, is they've always taken their time. Now I've heard a lot of bad things about Fallout 76, and I haven't had the time to really get into that game. I might go back into it and start over again. But in the overall grand scheme of things, I've always been impressed with Bethesda. They've always taken their time. They've always produced amazing games. What I would like to see in all of this is I would love to see another Mass Effect. I really didn't mind Andromeda. I think they could have did a lot more. Yeah, I played Fallout 4 a lot. I remember when the first Fallout was top down game. So, but I would like to see another. Just was talking about it. I lost my train of thought. Yep. Yeah, Vegas is a good one too. All right, we gotta get that going. Okay, now let's go ahead and do this. But yeah, they're Mass Effect. That's what I was talking about. I'd love to see another Mass Effect come out. And what I'd like to see is, because Mass Effect is so big, the universe that you play in, I would love to see a true open world Mass Effect. I mean, I think there's so much more they could do with that game. I don't know how a true MMO Mass Effect, because I know a lot of companies look at their MMOs on subscribers. How many subscribers do they have every month? And so I would love to see just how big they can make that world, because yeah, MMOs are a time consuming. They're very time consuming. And back in the day, Sony, and I wish they never stopped it. I think they could have actually worked with Lucas Games on this. They had a game called Star Wars Galaxies. You'll hear some people, they talk about it as SWG. And I absolutely love that game. When I first started playing Star Wars Galaxies, I went the route. I had a Jedi, full-tiered Master Jedi. I had a full-tiered bounty hunter. I had a full-tiered pistolier and rifleman. And it was a phenomenal game. And then they changed things up. They brought the new game experience in. They combined professions. So that way because at one point there was like 40, 50 different professions. But then at that point I became a master shipwright, a master armor smith. I was a master bounty hunter. I was a master engineer. So I was building armor, houses, guns, ships. And what was really amazing about that community is there wasn't a whole lot of people that were multi-profession. And I was one on my server. I think I was one of like 6 players that could actually build the Millennium Falcon and Slave One. So people would have to earn those mats through playing the Deathwatch Bunker raid. And hold on one second. And so they would bring their mats to me, and I would make them. And I was selling X wings, Y wings, A wings, pretty much everything. And once I made the mat, or I made the Slave 1, I had the mats permanently. But I mean, man, I was making billions and billions of credits a week, and yeah, it was sad when they closed the servers down. It really was. But you know, I'm hoping. I know the studio that made The Division. I know EA has their big open world Star Wars game. I did hear a little bit about it. What really bothers me is, again, we're just focused on Jedi. Oh no, it's you've got to find, like, I've always done the free trials for MMOs, or the, you know, play for free up to level 20, because that'll give me enough time to realize if I like the game or not. But yeah, dude, oh my god, I was selling stuff. I had back then, you would get 9 plots when your guy came in. You got 9 plots, and so I would use 1 plot for my house. And in the beginning, you can produce everything by yourself with just one little producer. And then as you got bigger and bigger and you start to level up more and more, you wanted to be able to produce all the parts for your ships via factories. So you had crates of materials. I would pay people. Basically what I would do is I'd go out and I'd make the elite harvesters. I would give them the power that they need to run it, and then the maintenance fee that the machine, you would deposit in the machine. They would go set it up, give me admin access to it, so that way if they weren't on, I could take care of it. And I would go, and basically I had a vendor in my house that they had access to, that in there was their pay, and they would deposit that week's whatever it might, whether it was power, water, because, you know, Star Wars water is needed, or whatever I needed. You know, these guys were providing and bringing it to me. But man, it was a fun game. I really enjoyed playing. I was making Mandalorian armor for other bounty hunters. I was making Stormtrooper and Clone Trooper armor for other people. But in 2007, I remember when they closed the servers down in 2007, I was still online, and I got this neat little message that said, it's time to say goodbye. Server shutting down in 60 seconds. Dude, it was nuts. But yeah, you know, in the grand scheme of things of the MMOs, WoW has stood the test of time. It really has. And WoW did really kill a lot of the audience in Star Wars Galaxies. And, well, in a lot of MMOs. You know, I know Sony tried again with, what was it, Eno? AION or something like that. They tried with that one. That didn't live to the hype. I mean, it was nice. It was beautifully done. The backgrounds, the graphics were amazing. But again, people didn't really get behind it. And, you know, WoW with their release of all the classic stuff, and I mean, they've tried for a while to really maintain that holdover. But I really do think that in the grand scheme of things, if things like Star Citizen, Starfield, really take off and do well, I think WoW is going to lose a lot. I think maybe the hardcore WoW players that have been playing since day one, alpha, beta, will stay, or at least maintain their accounts. But I don't see the casual player. I don't see the average player sticking around on WoW, especially with a lot of the free-to-play. You know, WoW offers, I think now, up to a level 30. Oh, shoot, I didn't want to do that. Hold on one second. Yeah, and that's the thing, you know. I think, like I said, I think as the press, you know, I'm really interested. Why does it keep coming up? Oh, I already did that one. That's fine. I really think if Bethesda has done this right, and this game does release, it says it's supposed to be here the first half of 2023. So I think if it's done right, if they can catch the gamer at the very beginning, and not a lot of bugs, not a lot of glitches. I mean, we've seen the glitches in Call of Duty. I mean, come on, AIs just magically appear, helicopters are going through buildings. You know, if we don't have that kind of thing happen, we will have an amazing game. Now, I've talked to a couple friends of mine, and I would love to see the Kingdom put together a group of players who will play that together, because it is an Xbox exclusive and PC. So those of us that play on PC and Xbox, I believe we can play together. And if that's the case, then, you know, having a huge group of us all working together is a bonus, because, like me, I'm going right into the mining. I'm going right into the commerce side of it. I think I will have a blast being able to, you know, mine resources, sell them on the market, you know, and build my industry as a miner. But I also think there's going to be those of us that want to get into the space combat. There's also, if you go to that link, Bola, and you look at it, they have a first-person shooter part of that game. So that makes it even better. And I was like, are you serious? There's, like, when you land on a planet, you have guns. Because, again, it's an uncharted planet. And I'm like, okay, I can roll with that. That's cool. You know, here you are, you're a miner, and you're going to this unknown planet because supposedly it has amazing resources. But you got to have something to protect yourself while you're out there. And I was like, this is really cool. And you can align yourself with different factions. And yeah, again, it brings back the true feeling of the guilds. I mean, and everybody remembers, you know, WoW had, I ran out of focus points. Come here. We'll hit up another one. There we go. I should have just put, there we go. Everybody remembers the guilds in MMOs, in the early MMOs. That was the big thing. Be part of my guild. Be part of my guild. Or clan. And this game brings back that feeling. And I really, like I said, I really hope Bethesda has, from everything I've read and heard, I think they're going to be on point. I really do. And that's, you know, that is a big bonus for all the players. And I'll be honest with you, I think I understand system exclusives, I do. But honestly, a game like this, that is this big, I don't have a problem. I mean, when it comes to system loyalties, I've owned them all. I do like the Xbox. I've always liked the Xbox. I was, even in the beginning when I owned a PlayStation, I was never a fan of the PlayStation controller. Just wasn't. But there is so much that having that group of players that are on PlayStation come in and enjoy the game. I think, you know, again, I understand it. I think it's stupid, you know, to be honest with you. And then you hear all of us that also play on PC. We're like, oh, PC Master Race. And I'm like, no, not really, because think of the money we drop into a PC to be able to play some of these games when consoles are already built as such. You know, and I've got a console that'll last 5-10 years before I have to buy the next new one. But going back to what I was talking about, I think not having the PlayStation population in this game could, you know, that's one reason why I like crossplay, is I have friends of mine that own PlayStations, and because of Activision, how they do crossplay, you know, I love the fact that I can play with my buddies that own PlayStations just by the Activision ID in the game. You know, so it's, again, it's one of those things where we all have to look at that style. But going back to what I was saying, I think Starfield is going to be an amazing game. I'll tell you honestly, I love No Man's Sky. I'll be honest with you, I have they say they have, what was it? What did I read on that game? They had something like over 2 million players in that game combined, and I have only ran into 3 players. Oh, when it came out, it was horrible. I think it got rushed. I'll be honest with you. I think they were trying to get that game onto the market as quick as possible because they thought they were going to lose market share. But now the game is phenomenal. Like I go to planets to mine. That's all I do. Yeah, a lot of people were upset when the day it came out. But I'll be honest with you. Since I've played it, I think I've ran into actually 2 actual players, and I go all over the place. I mean, I'll spend a day or 2 on a certain planet just to try to max out as much of the whatever resource I'm looking for. But it's really fun. I really had an amazing time playing that game. Now, I'll tell you a game that sucks that they really need to take back and fix, which I think could be amazing, is Dual Universe. A friend of mine, we started reading on about how we could create our own ships, and oh my god, dude, it's like playing with Legos. It's, you run out here, you mine all this stuff, and then building your house. You know, if you want to build a house, you have to have all the. It's too clunky. It's too technical. I mean, literally, you have to be an engineer to play that game. And when I first started playing it, I was like, okay, yeah, I can get behind this. But then I started to try to build a house or a ship, and way too much time into the overall thinking of things. Like, it is literally truly free to build whatever you want, depending on what you have and how you produce things. I just can't get behind it anymore. And, I apologize for that. One of my kids just let out a screech of a banshee, and I don't know why. But again, that's another game. No, it's called Shipbreaker. I'll have to take a look at it. You said it's on Game Pass. All right. Yeah, I'll take a look at it. I mean, I play a lot of weird games that are on Game Pass. But yeah, I'll take a look at it. So it's called Shipbreaker. Okay. There we go. Yeah, cool. But yeah, MMOs in general, there have been some really great ones. Like the thing, one of the art. I mean, the one game that I thought they could have really done better on was Warhammer. Warhammer could have been done a lot better. They put it into the more of the like medieval setup. It wasn't the 40k universe, but it was the original Warhammer universe. And I was like, and playing that, I'm like, nah, I can't get behind that because I'm a Warhammer 40k RTS player. I've played all the Warhammer games, and that was a letdown. That was a letdown for me. But I really am hoping that now that Superman himself is working with... Oh, nice. Yeah, I could have fun with that. But now that Mr. Henry, Superman himself, is over working with Gamer Studios and Netflix or Amazon, I'm hoping we see a really good not a really good series from him, but I would love to see him push in the realm of saying, you know what, we need to come back to the market with a better game, a better MMO based in the 40k universe, because there is so much, and not so much of make you necessarily, dedicated to one clan or not, but maybe, find another storyline to bring that person off of. Almost like, if you look at the different clans within the Space Marines, there's so much lore and history. There's It's ridiculous what you can do with that. I actually used to play tabletop for a while. That's an expensive hobby. And then when you have kids, you have to look at where you want to spend your money. So, but no, I think in MMOs, going back to that, you got like these lasers, cutting tools and shit. You gotta like cut certain materials and put certain things in certain areas to sell them, etc. So cool. So cool to take a big ship, then break it down, and as the game advances, ships get more crazy and bigger and more harder. Oh, so kind of like you have to pay attention to what you're cutting or what you're trying to get off the ship. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I'll take a look at that, and maybe I'll download it tonight and give it a shot. If it's in cloud gaming, I'll just play it off that. Oh, nice. Yeah, now see, that's so. What was it? Okay, in Star Citizen, the thing that got me hooked on Star Citizen was, this guy was in a battle, and they show this video where he's applying a fix to the ship, and he's talking about how he fixes it with this certain tool and what materials are used and how he got it. Yeah, that could be fun. It's only okay, and just one of those fun. Oh, nice. So, yeah, I would love to see what takes shape in the next 6 months. There's going to be a lot, and I think here's the other thing. Let's talk about something that can affect a lot of MMOs, because Microsoft owns Bethesda. Okay, they own all the studios that belong to Bethesda. This deal with Microsoft and Activision is going through, regardless of what players and streamers and whoever else is trying to stop them. Right now, there are 15 other countries that have said, you know what, we don't have a problem with this deal at all. Even England, after they released their report, their version of the FCC or whatever, they did a report and they even stated that this is actually better for Activision than it is for Microsoft, because Microsoft has already stated they're going to go in and they're going to clean house. They're going to revamp the staff with inside Activision Blizzard because of all the sexual harassment allegations, games like this issue we run into with Modern Warfare 2 and such. Yeah, co-op is always fun. I enjoy playing games with co-op. But back to what I was saying. This is actually a good thing because Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox Gaming, and he's been the head since the beginning, which is awesome. The guy just turned 55. He looks like he's 35. Probably one of those things where the rich people never age. But anyways, he even said it. He said, Call of Duty is not going to become a yearly game anymore. We have... Oh, did I run out of... Holy crap, how... Oh, that's not good. I thought I took enough. Alright, we gotta go back to the main island real quick. Where am I at? I'm in Grillo. Okay. I thought I took enough food. I guess I didn't. Usually it's only 3 stacks. So he even stated that Call of Duty will no longer be a yearly release game. What they're going to do is they're going to build on it. They're gonna add content as the game goes on. He said it makes no sense to bring out a game every year. Once we get all the bugs worked out, once we get everything working, all of a sudden they just, here's a new game. And we don't give the game enough time to actually mature and resonate with players. And so the writing on the wall is they are grab that just in case. That they are looking at, there it is, that's the one, making it so new content, like almost a whole new game, releases as an expansion. So if we look at And so, with that, we could probably see a lot of good changes that come down because again, the money to produce the games will be there again. Microsoft has deep pockets when it comes to games, and this whole thing with Halo, and I've read some of the stories coming out of there about staff, and I actually like how Microsoft has handled. Oh, he's already fed. That's why. Okay, that's what's going on. I like how Microsoft has handled the Halo games over the years because they don't cookie cutter them. You get a very in-depth storyline. You get a very in-depth single player. Now, I'll be honest with you. The multiplayer is pretty much the same. It doesn't change. I mean, we know people are going to jump. We know we have sticky grenades and needlers and battle rifles and everything else. But I'll be honest with you, it's not something that draws me in. I will play Halo for the single player campaign. I will play Halo for this every time one comes out. ODST, I really enjoyed ODST. I thought it gave a really nice storyline and gave some backstory into ODST. Again, another game with the Master Chief series, the Halo series now, that's out. Again, an MMO could easily come out of that. They did their real-time strat, their RTS. No, man, go get it, man. I appreciate you sticking in here and chatting with me. Great conversation. Thanks for mentioning that game, and I will definitely check it out. And again, thanks a lot, brother. I will definitely hit up your stream as well. So I got a few more things I got to do here in Albion, and then yeah, I'll see you over on your stream, brother. Appreciate it. No problem, brother. I understand, man. Go have a good stream, and like I said, I will definitely hop over and catch your stream here in a bit. So appreciate it, Bulla. Have a good one, man. Oh, let's see. I already did Havana, did that one. Saltback. Oh, not what I wanted. You come back up. There we go. I didn't even know that one was in there. I have enough to even... Oh, that's right. I was only doing... Now that makes sense. How many do I have in there? I have enough to do this island. That's why. Well, I brought in a couple more islands, which will harvest more stuff, so not a bad idea, I guess. Let's drop these, and it's a good thing I'm focusing them because I'll probably get it all back. So yeah, like I was saying, like I was talking to Bull about, the MMOs have come a long way, but it'll be very interesting to see. And like I said, we waited so long for a true Halo series, a movie, whatever. And I think the series, Paramount's doing a great job. I think they have the right people and the right characters. The guy they have playing Master Chief is really good at the role. The voiceover for Cortana is, I like her. She does a great job. Actually, her 3D rendering, she does all the motions too and stuff. So she's doing a great job with that. So I'm very interested to, one, see where that series goes. Two, I would really like to see, I think as this expands, we could honestly see a really good MMO. I think there is a way to go to maybe not so much defeating the Covenant, maybe a remnants of the Covenant, and bring that into a MMO as well. The same thing with the Flood, you know. There very well could be ways to, again, you know, have all that based on an MMO. You know, maybe you start out before the Fall Reach, you go through training, you take your certain path, you know, whatever it might be. But I didn't want to do that. Shoot. Honestly, I think Halo could be turned into a rather nice MMO. If, again, it's something that a project like that, because it's such a vast universe and so many people have worked on it, you would want to make sure you have the right people on your team, you know, really working on it. And in some regards, the base is already there, you know. It's not like you have to make up a story. There are so many side stories. We've read the books. We've played the games. You know, they honestly could make a amazing MMO. I mean, I don't know how many of my people that watch me have ever played the game or looked up the game Wing Commander 3. It was one of the first amazing games. Mark Hamill was the main character. He was the Wing Commander. And it is just an amazing game. When you bought this game back in the mid 90s is when this game came out on PC. It was came in a movie reel case, like studios would get films in, and it was like 7 discs for install and play. But man, it was phenomenal. It really was. And yeah, just again, another great PC game that, you know, the movie wasn't bad that they did, but they could have done so much better with it. I mean, honestly, they could have brought Mark Hamill in. He could have played, you know, the Wing Commander and stuff. But it was just an amazing game, you know, having a race called the Kilrathi, and they were these huge humanoid cats, like they all look like lions. You had subspecies that looked like tigers, and you know, it was just an amazing game on that end. And yeah, again, it's hard to combat some of the amazing games that came out when PCs really took off as gaming. I mean, we all remember Doom. You know, we played Wolfenstein, and then all of a sudden Doom came out. The shareware version, you had to have 4 megs of RAM. You know, 4 megs, that was huge. Most computers only had 1, maybe 2. All right, yeah, I don't have enough, so we did a lot. So we gotta go back here, deposit this, and then go pick up our other stuff. So yeah, just amazing games, just amazing PC games. I really am looking forward to what's coming out. What I love about Game Pass is I remember when when Flight Simulator 10 came out, I had day 1 access. I was like, yep. And you know, I'm not gonna cut on any one company's setup or how they do things. And I think exclusives, you know, when we hear companies talk about exclusives, I look at that in a way and I'm like, okay, yeah, I understand it, but what's gonna drive me? What's gonna drive me, the gamer, to come and play your game? I mean, honestly, do you have some, you know, amazing graphic or catch? And yeah, I'm back to playing Battlefield 2042 or 2042. You know, and I really do enjoy that game. That I have fun playing that game, especially when I combined some of the stuff with, when I look at the AI in Modern Warfare 2 versus the AI in Call of Duty or in Battlefield, they're pretty dead on. But I also know that if I pull a pistol, I don't need to jack, you know, a 30 round mag from a X13 pistol into an AI to kill him. You know, 3-4 shots in the chest and he's done. If I shoot him in the head, it's a headshot and he's done. You know, and that's what makes that game fun. I hope in, you know, coming here, what do we got? 17 days, 19 days before the drop of Season 2. I really hope Microsoft, or not Microsoft, but Activision has in a way listened to their players and to their, oh nice, that's not bad, and to us, you know, not necessarily these big time streamers, or, you know, because they don't like that they can't slide cancel, or, you know, their shitty ass stuff they do, because now they have to learn an actual skill to play the game. So, you know, this could be make or break. I like the idea of being able to adjust the difficulty on the AI a little bit. And I'm not saying make them to where you run by them, stand in front of them, and they don't even know you're there. But what I am saying is, when I'm up on a building and I'm 300 meters away and the AI shoots a pistol at me from 300 meters and hits me, and it takes off a whole armor plate or drops my health to half, people, come on. The effective range of a 9mm and a Glock is 50 meters. Okay? 50 meters. That's about as far as it's any further than that. If it does hit somebody, it might hurt, it might penetrate, but it's not gonna kill them. But man, 50 meters, and here we are, you know, 300 meters, and we got AI shooting through walls. And, you know, I really hope they fix that kind of stuff. The clipping is just, oh. When I come up to a building and I see the AI's gun sticking out of a door, and the AI can shoot me through the door because their gun's sticking through the door, no. You know, these are things that we're talking about. The shitty production, the shitty testing that was done. So yeah, that, you know, that's one of those things where that they need to fix, and it should have been one of the things they fixed right away. But it all goes back to horrible game testing. The testers should have seen that. You know, in the beta, we were talking about that. Hey, helicopters flying is literally flying through the building. That needs to be fixed, and it's really shitty programming. It's horrible. The developers did a horrible job. The programmers did a horrible job in that, and how they didn't see it is beyond me. Whoever their game testers are didn't care, because again, we got to get this game out on this date. We're not taking any time to develop it. You know, they did right in 2019. Why they had to try to break so much stuff, you know, this tier 1 crap is stupid. Just you should have cookie cuttered, copy and pasted in hardcore. That's what we wanted in the first place, not tier 1. Just put hardcore in there. You know, and they tried to jump on some of the coattails of Battlefield and things of that nature. And so here we got this crappy game. You know, DMZ, they've had more than enough time for beta. They've had since the game came out, and I don't mind it. I think it's fun. Honestly, I don't fear the players in the DMZ. Now what it is we get the sweats from Warzone that come in there and just camp, because that's all they're gonna do. They know where the spawns are now. It's not hard. Why is that happening? Everybody knows where they spawn and what's coming into the left or the right, and so, or in front of us, and so And so here we have this half-made game. And so that's what we got. And it is sad. It is sad. You know, if I you know, we were talking about ballistics last night when we were playing. If you come running in a door and I blast you in the chest with a shotgun, you're dead. I don't care if you got plates on or not. That blast is going to crack those plates and you're done. And again, putting in 3 plates isn't logical. The sappy plates, the vest that they show as a 3-plate is pretty close to the vest that most of the military wears, especially in the Marine Corps. A plate goes in the back, a plate goes in the front. And so, you know, when you're watching, you're shoving 3 plates into there. Well, those sappy plates, if you've ever stacked 3 of them together, they wouldn't even fit. Now the 2-plate vest, that's a trauma vest. That's pretty close to what police officers wear underneath. It's called second chance body armor. So again, maybe 1 round from a 45, maybe 2. It'll dent it because it's steel. But yeah, you're not going to withstand a sniper rifle, a 50 cal, or a anti-material rifle to the chest. It just, whoever did the programming on body hits, whoever did the programming on the damage to armor, it's just ridiculous. There's, it just doesn't make any sense. Wow, I have all these users in my chat, but nobody is chatting. I wonder if they're all lurking. It's weird. I'm just looking at it, but I see it like. Actually, Hannah is in here. Another TTV viewer. Big Damn Judge is in here. Draftsnat is in here. Or Draftsnat is in here. Kath Rogue Girl is in here. All right, cool. Just, it's cool they're in there. Just not chatting. So yeah, you know, it's one of those things. Hopefully they listened. You know, if a game says it's still in beta, then you should be paying attention to it. You know, and again, I'm tired. There are more and more people who are saying just how overpowered the AI is. Or last night, we were in an area. We were downtown on top of the high-rise building, and 3 helicopters just came in and unloaded troops just out of nowhere. So I was looking down, and there was literally like 15 AI standing in the street, just standing there. And I'm like, that's kind of odd. You know, why are they just standing there? And I took some shots at them. What got me is I shot one guy in the head and knocked his helmet off. Okay, I'm shooting that anti-material rifle. It's a 50 caliber rifle. And all I did was break his helmet, and I'm top down. So I'm at the top of this building looking down at him. And yeah, that's what it told me. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. How in the world did you just withstand a 50 cal round using gravity, if you think about it, because it's going down? I just popped you in the head, and all it did was break your helmet. It's those kind of things. And the helmets they're wearing are the old Passat helmets, you know, basic SWAT helmets. No, a 50 cal round would go through that helmet and would go completely through your body and kill you. You'd be dead. The downforce pressure alone would kill you. And that's what I'm talking about. You know, go back into those values. One, they need to fix the value of what a bullet does. So that's part of it, is the values, the damage per round needs to be fixed. Because I've noticed too, like, okay, here's an AI and they have a pistol, and their pistol, when they're shooting me, is just destroying my armor and it destroys me. But I pick it up, and now it takes me 2 full mags to kill the same type of AI that was shooting at me with it. So I'm like, wait a minute, how is that? How is that working? What is the damage? I would love to know what the damage per round is. For one, not so much quote unquote hit points to a body, because that does nothing for me. How are we looking? Oh, not bad, not bad. And so, again, a little bit more realism. Again, a pistol shot to anywhere from the chest up is going to end your life. But yet, if you have this, all of a sudden, you're 10 times, they're 10 times better than you are with it. The other thing in this that I've noticed is if you are in a building and AI lands around you, they lock onto you and they will throw grenades at you. I mean, these guys have Tom Brady accuracy. I mean, it amazes me. It's like, okay, you're better than actual players. How? Because when I first started playing the DMZ, I'm going to tell you right now, the AI wasn't trying to revive their down players. AI wasn't putting in plates. Now they're putting in plates if they're behind cover. They're reviving their down buddies. The AI is. So it's okay. Why even put players in there then? Players should be halted as non-combatants to each other, and the AI is already deadly enough, and there's so many of them that it's ridiculous. The other thing too, I'm not a big fan of, and I've never, if you're doing a kind of like a survival style game, get rid of the gas. If you want to keep that in Warzone, go right ahead, but take it out of the DMZ. This whole thing, the gas is moving. Well, if winds were actually shifting, guess what? That gas wouldn't stay and close in on a circle. It would blow to one side of the map or the other. Get rid of the timer. Let us stay in there for 40 minutes if we want to, pull in gear and stuff. Let us keep our gear. Give us a gear locker. So if I come in and I find 3 large backpacks and 3 plates and I extract with them, I keep them. So that way, if one of my teammates says, hey, I don't have this, I can say, okay, I'll come into the game with an extra one and I'll give it to you when we get in game. That right there, you would have a group of players very excited about that. Because again, we get to certain areas and the large backpack isn't enough. It allows us to stow 1 extra gun. I should be able to put whatever I want to carry in there. Now, this is where I think this could be the trade-off. Get it to where if you carry so much weight, you start to slow down a little. I'm going to be dead honest with you. I've seen players that have 3 stacks and a large backpack of nothing but plates. Sappy plates aren't light. They are not light at all. That right there, if you're running a backpack full of those, that should weigh you down. Now, a backpack full of revive kits, nah, they don't weigh a whole lot. Those are bandages, right? That's the whole point. Or those little injectors. So those little injectors weigh less than a sappy plate. So maybe you can fit more in those. That would be exciting. Because I've passed cases where there's just an amazing gun I picked up, or I've killed a player and they have this amazing gun with them, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I could take this out with me, because I've already picked up 3 amazing guns or 2 amazing guns while I've been in. That kind of stuff is really what I would love to see come into the DMZ. You're making it a survival game, okay? Give us the ability that if, and this could be something very well built on for Call of Duty, I think. Give us the ability that if we're in game, allow me to secure, to have a base of operations. So when I go to the base of operations and I log out of the DMZ, that's where I'll start from, is my base of operations, not some random place. And that's the other thing. The randomness of placement is gone. let's see, last night we deployed in the same spot 4 times in a row. They kept deploying us in the same spot over and over and over again. Now, it was a decent spot, I'm not going to lie. We were the first ones to catch the train. We were close to the airport. We were, you know, in a decent location. But you put us in the same spot 4 times. I mean, come on. The other thing that needs to change is if I die in the DMZ and somebody takes my tags, what's the sense of telling me you're marking them if I can't come back in the game? What's the sense? I can't do anything. I can't come back and try to hunt them down. See, and that's one of the things, like if you wanted to put a timer on, or maybe you could only respawn back in twice, maybe that's it, and you have to respawn in as a team if you come in with a team. So maybe it's one of those things where, okay, you come back in, you know where your gear's at, this is where you died. You come in somewhere else, so you have a choice. Do you run off and go get your gear, pick up your gear again? Or do you, go on the hunt and go after your tags? I think that adds a whole new element. It makes that team think, holy shit, if they come back in, we're marked. So we have a choice to make. Do we drop their tag somewhere else? Do we try to, or do we just keep moving? Because that right there would be really cool. To have the opportunity to come back in. I would enjoy that. I really would. Because that, to me, that would be worth it. Because then I could be like, okay, we got a choice to make, guys. We can go back and get our gear, or we come in with a completely different setup, or you just come in with a pistol till you get your gear back, and we just hunt these guys down. What do we want to do? So we come back on the map, we find out where the people are with our tags, and we go after them, or we mark where our stuff is, and we go get it. Now, granted, somebody may have already looted it, may not be all there, but at least now, when that guy's saying, oh, this team's taking your tags, we're marking them on your map, okay, it actually means something. So it'll be very interesting to see some of these changes and how it's going to work. I'm very interested. I'm hoping with this new Warzone map that's coming and this new DMZ map that this will take some of these sweats out of the DMZ, out of the first map, and allow us casual players. Because, honestly, if I'm by myself in the DMZ, I will not mess with people. Unless I know it's a straight one-on-one, I will not mess with people. And the reason for that is I'm just trying to survive. I'm just trying to make it out with what I found or what I have on or came in with. I am not trying to fight somebody. And yeah, it can be very intense. It can be very intense. And so there are things that I think Activision could really improve on. I think there's some things in Activision that if they were to do it would really bring some value to the game. It'd be different. The Battle Royale type thing, I understand why they're doing it. It's because Fortnite's so successful. PUBG's very successful with it. I'm getting ready to purchase the Escape from Tarkov because I actually think that would be a really cool game to play. I watched Stone Mountain 64 play it a lot. So I want to get into it. I think that would be really cool. But in the overall grand scheme, I would love to see some massive changes. And I think it'd be great if they don't expand on, or they don't come out with another Modern Warfare game right now. I think they need to focus on this one. I think an expansion would be great. I think it's really awesome that if anybody picked up on that Riley is Ghost. So the guy in the first game that you play, he is the new Ghost, because I think a lot of people got really upset when they allowed Ghost to get killed so cheaply. Here's this amazing operator, veteran. He's called Ghost for a reason, and all of a sudden he gets killed by Shepard. I think now the way they're doing things, I think now how they're doing things, I like the new storyline for Ghost. I really do. They gave him more of a gritty edge. Him being Riley, I think, is where it needs to be. Riley, yeah, he plays it perfect. So they did really well in the storyline. And if they do go the route like they're talking about just releasing a whole new expansion to the game, I have no problem paying money for an expansion if it's done right and I don't feel like it's cookie cutter. I really don't. I was the junkie with WoW. I bought all the expansions up to the Lich King until I just got tired of playing it. Well, no, I think I had the one with the pandas too. Yeah, I think I got that one with the pandas too. And so I wasn't, I'm not afraid to pay it. But if you're going to come in and tell me, here's this expansion or here's this add-on, the one thing I'd love to see Activision do, go pay for the rights for the guns so they have their right name. Okay? Go pay for the rights. There's a bolt action sniper rifle that, well, most of them are bolt, but I'm trying to think of the name they gave it, but it's actually the M40 AO2, I think it is. And I gotta finish this and go and drop this stuff off. But they gave it some other weird name, the P90, they call it the PDW or the PDS 58 or something like that. The MP7, they call it the Velm or something like that. The Chris Vector, they're calling it a Fennec. Those aren't the real names for those. What happened was they didn't pay for the rights for the names. And so we have these weird ass names that they just gave the guns. Some of the shotguns, one of them is two of them are Benelli's. The other one is a Mossberg, and then there's a Remington. The pump action, the one that's the Remington is the Boss 880, I think it is. Not the clip-driven one, but the actual tube that everybody uses as a damn sniper rifle. That one is actually the Remington 870 Express. And again, pay for the rights for this gear. I mean, that's the one thing I love about Ghost Recon. Ghost Recon, you got 511 TAC, they paid for the rights to have Cryptek. It actually is Cryptek. If you look at the patterns in Modern Warfare, they gave it some weird name that doesn't even make sense. And so here you have this. Oh wow, got a lot of stuff. So you have these amazing weapons, but they're not calling them what they are. The M4 they call the M4. The M16 is the M16. But all these other guns that they're trying to lace off of, I'm just like, what are you doing? It doesn't even make sense. Oh, nice. Have enough for 2 islands? Not bad. Drop that in there. Drop these little wormies off here. There we go. Let's go. Alright. So that's one of the things too. You can just tell they didn't think about what they were doing, and I don't know. It would be nice if they would pay for these licenses and stuff that they need, but yeah, season 2 should be interesting. As some people call them, the low information or the low IQ streamers. What I would love to see them do is block the use of a VPN. Because again, I've noticed that a lot too, is the, here are these hear these amazing KDs, but yet none of it really makes sense. It's like, wait a minute. You just... Sorry about that, guys. Just had to take care of some laundry. You know, that streamer life. All right, let's get this stuff here. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens. And I will tell you, the AI and the DMZ, and maybe in Warzone, I think the bots are in Warzone too. They use machine learning, so they do learn. The system does learn from you guys when you're playing. So, excuse me, I will admit they are quite smart. So, all right. Oh, and then now back to this. So what you guys see me doing, I am harvesting my crops. Tomorrow, when I harvest the animals that I bred, I will be going to replant these fields, so it's like an odd and even. I'm hoping I did just quote unquote employ somebody who's going to take over 10 of my farming islands, so they'll do those every day, which is a bonus. So yeah, that'll make things a little nicer because those 10 islands will be constantly farmed every day. So I gotta check in with that person, see when they can start doing it, because again, you know, it's a work in progress. You know, I'm trying to max up before, I would say before the end of last year. I had 6-7 people working for me. I had people that did my guild islands, people that took care of my labs, my laborers, and I had people that did the farming and the breeding. Well, as time went on, and now with this new server, it looks like a lot of people are going to be jumping over to that one because it's a fresh start, you know. And I think I'm just going to stay right here. Hey, if you're looking down in my feed on my channel, you'll see that we are a partner with Swift Energy Drink. So be sure to check them out. You save 10% if you use my link. It'll take you there, and it'll take 10% off your order. So we will, you know, definitely hit that up, check some stuff out. I have ordered some. It's actually not bad. One of the things I was looking at is actually doing energy drink slushies. So use that powder, or get some like chewy ice, put them in a blender, and then mix it with that, blend it again, and there you go. Now you got a energy drink slushie. So let's see here. I should have a good amount of money return. I think I'm probably gonna wait, and then on Sunday when I pull up my my animals, I will take this to market. That'll drop about another 24 mil in my account, or in the coffers. So we'll definitely put some money in the pockets here. So I just paid one of my landlords, I guess, per se. So oh, new crop. All right. Yeah, I kind of cross-planted some stuff. I'm like, hey, let's see what we got here. The tier 5 that I planted, the red herb, that should bring in some good money. This stuff is used for making potions, and I need to see. I do have an alchemist, but I have to see what the cost is. I gotta look at the market and see what the cost of a potion is off of this stuff, because, you know, if I can make them and sell them and put them on the market, that's not a bad thing, you know. If the potions yield me more than the individual stacks of this stuff does, then it might not be a bad idea to do like a stack of potions. Oh, good thing is we are almost done with the farming for today, and then what I'll do is we'll run out, we'll feed some labs, and then they'll be ready to pick up on Sunday. So get some resources from those. I've been trying to get tier 6 materials because I need them for some stuff, but I know I can probably put them on the market and they'll do pretty well. Yeah, let me know in the chat what the next games you're looking forward to this year. I mean, there's some good games coming out. There really is. Like I said, I know for me, Starfield is definitely the one, and having day 1 access is going to be nice. So. I have to admit, I really like this channel for music. I think it's Electro. Electro is what it is. I'm trying to see how far down the list I am. This is called "The Future Lives in You" instrumental from Flux Vortex. So, not bad tunes. I do like that. I do apologize for this week. I have been kind of hit or miss with my stream. The week's been crazy, so I've been trying to stream when I can. Last night we got some Call of Duty in that we streamed for a bit. I do have some clips I have to make, so I had a really good night a couple nights ago, and so yeah, it was fun. It was really fun. But my usually what I try to do earlier in the afternoon, if I'm able to get on, is I run Albion, do this right here till about 8:30, and that's normally when I switch over to like Battlefield or Call of Duty to finish off the night. And then I usually stream Battlefield or Call of Duty for a couple hours. Last night my stream was all sorts of stupid. I don't know what was going on, and I was streaming from my Xbox. So I was using the streaming console through Streamlabs, which it does work. I mean, I have to admit, I need to adjust some things like the height of the chat and stuff, so that way I see it a little better. I think I'm going to see if I can add some stuff to make it pop and show up. I also need to see if it'll let me put my follower goals like you guys are seeing on the stream and last follower and stuff. We haven't done donations yet, and you know, I don't know. It'd be nice to get paid to do this, to be honest with you. I think that's why a lot of people do it. That's why I try to generate content for everybody to watch. And I think one thing I might do with this game is I might do a stream, maybe a 30-minute or 60-minute stream, you know, going over like the market and just talking about how things flux in and out. Nope. I'm already at 8. There we go. I think that would probably be a good stream, some good content. I don't know. I mean, I think if people understood the market a little better and how it's driven, you know, I always get questions of like, hey, what's the, you know, if you want to make silver, what's the best way to do it? You know, really, it's based on you. It's really based on market right now. And what I tell people is, one, look at your level. What can you do? You know, where do you want to be? Do you want to be an animal breeder? Which I will tell you, if you focus strictly on animal breeding, The one downside to that is you've got to find somebody that can provide you the feed you need every week or every couple days, because the more animals you feed, the more it takes. You also have to look at, like I'm doing with these calves, I put an initial investment in there. I bought 45, just enough to do an island, and then I started where I'm using my focus on them, because I'm guaranteed to get an extra calf back every single time. So I always come out a little bit on top, which is good. So that return on investment is going to help. Do you want to do you want to breed animals such as animals for mounts? Tier 4, Tier 5, or your Tier 5 mounts are what sell really well. But then have that specialty to raise like razor claws, grizzlies, winter grizzlies, things like that, because people will bring those to you and say, you can put it out on the forum or on Discords and be like, hey, I run this and this is what I do and this is what the charge is, and you have the ability to make silver, so it is there. The herb industry is really good right now because of the potions that are used for it. So I'm there. What else works really well? If you decide to go more the food route, so say like your beans, wheat, corn, things like that, everybody needs carrots. Downside to carrots is they don't produce a seed. Beans, on the other hand, do. So you have that. Wheat can make you a lot of money because people make wheat soup, and it takes a lot of wheat to make wheat soup. So that's another thing. You might find somebody who you just supply wheat to. You need eggs for certain things. You need flour to make bread. So you might just decide, I'm going to do wheat and then I'm going to refine flour and sell flour. Or you might take it one step further and be like, you know what? I'm going to grow wheat. I'm going to refine for flour, and I'm going to make bread. So you could break that up into those 3 categories and just sell that stuff like that. It will sell. People will buy it because they need it for sandwiches. Geese are really good because you guys see me. Well, it's gone now. But I had, and I'll show you when we go back, when I have one more island to do. But right here, I was eating a goose pie. And what that does is it increases my max load by 20%. And my gathering yield is increased by 10%. It's good for 30 minutes. So if I'm out gathering, say I'm out chopping wood. Okay, that's gathering. Or I'm skinning. I will get an extra 10% on that resource coming in. So that's kind of one of the bonuses. So you look at how you can help. Now, I will tell you, if you have a couple friends that jump on and want to do this very same thing, you guys could actually make some good silver. You could have one guy that his whole thing is he goes out to the different markets. He travels to all the major cities via boat, because that doesn't cost anything to go to city to city. And all he does is he looks at the market. And he might tell you and say, hey, yeah, this is selling really super good over here. There are in Discord apps or bots that you can use to look at the going market price. Now, you guys are going to notice something here in a minute. When this wears off in 32 seconds, because it increased my max load from 20%, you're going to see this number jump because I don't have any more of that ability, which is fine. I'm got one more island to do. And then this is good. I don't even think I planted that island, but we'll check just to be sure. So it works best when you have people helping you. When you have a group, 2 or 3 people, you don't want to go too big with that inner group. But what you might do is say, now, see how that jumped? It went from 52 to 70. So I've lost that little bit of bonus that I had there. But it's not going to affect anything. I just got to pull these and go. So you might start hiring people. Say now you're running, 60 islands, and you've rented islands. Okay, you've rented islands, and like I'll give you for instance, I rent islands from 2 different guys. Each one I own 24 mil a month. If I'm able to farm my fields every single day, okay, a week, I can come out making just over 65 mil in silver. So if I was to say, for instance, start today and come back later this evening, plant all these fields, and then harvest them every single day along with my animals. Well, yeah, I could come out on top where I would literally hit the market and sell my stuff, because I sell for about 2% over of market value. I try not to go, make a little coin to cover travel costs. I will make around 65 mil a week. If I do that right, even after I buy seeds, and I buy some more baby animals just to make up for loss, I'm still coming out where I still made 45 mil in silver that can just sit there. By the end of the month, if you guys do it right, you can turn around and you look at that. That's 180 mil after I've spent everything. That isn't subtracting what I would pay. So out of that 180 mil, I need to take at least 48 mil and go pay my islands. I'm still sitting at 100 and let's see, 122 mil, 132 mil. That's silver in my pocket for the month. That's profit. That allows me, if I want, to go and buy another to go purchase another account, because I can buy premium. I can create my account and pay for premium with silver. So now I have silver, so I buy premium once I run through the basic stuff, and see, I have enough to go do all my islands again. And probably next time through, these guys, because I've maxed them out, I'll use focus so they produce more seed on the back end. And so you start to look at that, and that makes a huge difference, because now that 100 and some odd mil that I have left over, I can turn around and use that for whatever. Like I run labs, so I know for a fact that I'm probably gonna run these, but I'll run out, so I need these, and then I will need that and that. Hopefully I have enough to cover that. Let's see here. Do I run any croppers? No, I don't. I'm building them up. But I do have Fletchers, so we want to bring that in there. We'll run this, so if I run out, I'm good. So So in that, I have silver to say upgrade this, okay? So he is a tinker. Did I bring tinkers in here? Yes. So let's just go ahead. We're gonna hit these guys up right now. We'll get these red ones out of the way, because my plan is, and again, if I'm doing really well, my standard pay is at 1.5 mil for a contractor to come in and help. So if I turn around and I know I'm having a really good run, I might say to my guy, look, next month, I'm going to give you a million bonus, because what you're doing is you're allowing me to make a shit ton of silver every month. And then what I'll say to him is well, look, every month you make 4 mil in silver. Okay. So what I'm going to do is, as long as every week I'm hitting this standard, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to pay you an extra $1 million silver bonus. You know, who's not gonna come into that and be like, holy shit, that actually makes sense. You know, he's gonna pay me a bonus. Matter of fact, while I'm sitting here thinking about this, there is a guy that I was talking to on my Discord. Matter of fact, I'm gonna bring it to his attention. Did he? Where he was in the general chat. There we go. Nope, he's not there. Nope. Not there, not there, not there. Was he talking here? Was he talking here? Was he in the general chat? Huh. Did I? Oh, was he in here talking? Or did he leave? I was pretty sure. I was talking to him. I'm like, was it in here? Okay, that's the guy I want to talk to. I think yeah. There we go, that's right. Okay. What did I tell him I'm paying? Yeah, okay. He's not on right now, but that's all right. Okay. So, that's one thing. Let me bring my spreadsheet back up. Like I said, I have all my stuff on a spreadsheet because I have so many guild islands that. Okay. There we go. If I don't pay attention, I don't know where I'm going. But yeah, it's, you know, there are ways to really make some good silver. This dude is a blacksmith, so we're gonna see. What I'm trying to do is get these guys built up right now. You know, I need to probably, well, what are these guys? These guys are level 7s, so tier 7, so I'm feeding them tier 6. So I need to upgrade the gear in the house to tier 8. And see, that's the other thing. This stuff in the house affects their happiness, which affects how they mine or how they do the job. And the higher the percentage on the return, the more that comes back. So, and these guys will bring me steel bars, so that's one of the things, you know, this kind of stuff. These bars shows you here that the chance of getting it is 0 and 6 or 0 to 6 to get uncommon, exceptional blood oak, rare lavish cloth, rare blood oak planks. So you know, you want the highest percentage. And that's as these guys go up, this goes up. So I'm going to have to look at replacing all the beds in here with tier 7s. So I think I have some. If I don't, again, I put it on my list. And I go and, you know, get that stuff. So let's see here. There's that one. Is that the island? See, there's so many of them, I don't know. Yep, right there. I knew it was weird. I'm like, yeah, I need that island. So, but there's definitely ways to make a lot of silver. The other way too is if you're into the PvE side or the PvP side. There is a lot of ways to. Oh nope, these are tinkerers. There we go. There is a lot of ways to make silver. Mob ganking, running dungeons. You know, there is a way for us PvE guys. There is ways as well, such as you know, going in mining. One thing I've learned too that I've seen a lot is I rent out I guess farming rights on my islands to farm the stone and the tier 2 lumber, because you need that stuff. So I'm like, hey, for 3,000 silver a month, you can harvest all the wood on my island. It's all yours. And people do it. You give them access for a month, and you know, usually I sign a month access contract for them, an agreement, and I give them access to be able to do that. There we go. Now we're going where we need to go. So, oh, that's right. Templar gave me a follow, so, and a sub, I think. Yeah, he prime subbed me last night. Completely forgot about that. So shout out to him. All right, what do we got here? What are these? Oh, I do have Fletchers. I didn't think I did. Dang it. Shoot. I need to go back to my... That's right. That's where I need to go. No, that's not where I need to go. I need to go there. I knew I had Fletchers. I don't know why. I can guess myself on that. Alright, let's grab the Fletcher journals. Alright, Fletchers. Those are croppers. Did I not bring Fletcher journals? Yeah, I brought Fletcher journals. Why did I not pick that up? Probably because they are very low tier and I didn't think about buying any more when I was out. Okay, so I do have Grandmaster beds. So I need to go to that one of the houses. They'll get 4 of these tables and 15 beds. And then I'll have to get Grandmaster trinkets to put in there too, because that'll help. Alright, where was I? I was at Brent. Alright. I was like, whoa, wait a minute. All right, so let's hook them up with that. So you see, that's a tier 5. So these guys are tier 7s. So they're bringing me in. They're bringing 150% of this. And once I change out the bedding or the stuff in here, they'll be able to return 150% on the red ones. So now we're doing tier 4 because I'm out of tier 5s. And what I'll do is, I know I have a bunch of resources, refined resources, and I'll take it and I'll go drop them in the market so I can buy some journals. And we'll focus on the Fletchers because I want to get them all tier 5 and tier 6, but I also need to get that house upgraded. So, alright, let's see here. There it is. Ivan the Bone. If you guys ever have watched Vikings, yeah, the first Vikings, not this second one. So my guild is the Son of Ragnar's, my Discord for this, and I'll post a link if anybody wants to join in and be part. I started naming my guild islands after characters. So I got Braun, I got this is Ivor the Boneless, I also have his wife. I can't. Agatha or Lagatha, Shield Maiden. And you know what? I have not bought a new guild island or created a new guild island in some time, and I think I'm gonna create another 3 characters and start really beefing up my guild islands and spending time getting them to maxed out, or at least the guild house maxed out. This way, if anybody wants to rent them, I'll just tell them, say, you're responsible for putting everything in there, but it's all maxed out. So that way I can kind of rent some of these. And the thing about guild islands, the great thing about guild islands is you don't need premium to have them. And usually what I do is I put everything under Zandy, my main, and just run everything with them. So there was Ivor. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. There's Lagatha, Shield Maiden of. And so, yeah. And we run, I have my Discord for that, so. And then, like I said, those are islands I created, and then I rented islands from others. Alright, what do I got here? More Fletchers. Okay, so this tells me that I'm going to take some resources to yeah, we're gonna have to buy some journals. So what we'll do is we'll take some resources to market here in a minute, and we will oh, did I grab the wrong one? I did, I think. Nope. There we go. That's the one I missed. Okay. Alright, so yeah, it just, you know, there's so many avenues you can go. So when I came in, labs were the way to go. There was a lot of people running these they're not assassin labs. They're, anyways, what you do is you fight mobs to fill the journals, and then you send them out and they do the job and come back with money. Always beating up on the little one. Alright, there's Lagatha. Alright, where is my spreadsheet? Sorry about that. Let's come on back here live. There we go. All right. So, but yeah, like I was saying, there are plenty of ways to make silver in this game. It just all depends on what approach you want to go at. All right, what do we got here? Tinkers. Yeah, I definitely need to spend. I think this place needs to be upgraded. Yeah, I need. But because that stuff's so expensive, I did have somebody that was making this stuff for me. I gotta see if they're still willing to make it. I doubt it because he's on a different server now. Or he's in a different guild now. He left this guild. Might just have to reach out to him and see if he's willing to make. Because I saw him on. He's on more frequently, so might reach out and see if he can make him for me. Because if he could, that would help me out a lot, because then I don't have to buy him from the market. He just needs the materials for him. Alright, what other one? We just did that. We did that one. So we have this thing. You know, I just, again, I don't understand why they just don't make this a simple search. Would make things so much easier. Oh, I think I have all my houses at the right level. Alright, blacksmiths. Okay, this is a good thing. There we go. But again, a lot of it is the furniture inside will help. And I don't even... Yeah, see. Should be able... There we go. And then tomorrow, when I come back to harvest my animals, I'll do these. Because I have learned, if you let these sit for longer than a week, you'll lose all your resources. Oh, holy moly. Hold on, folks, I'll be right back. All right, we are back. Sorry about that. We have one more island to do, and then we will be done with Albion. Nope, see, it already did it. All right, we need, there we go. SC IMM IOTTI. Actually, we have one more island after this one. So. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do 3 more. Yeah, let's see here. Blacksmiths, yes. 3 more guild islands, and then just focus on getting them the guild hall, getting it maxed out, max level. Alright, we have one more and then we're done. And let's see. There it is. Whoa, come back around. Here we go. There we go. Ooh, what do I got? Fletchers. Ah. Oh. Can't complain, I guess. Give me some resources to go to market with. All right, there we go. There we go. All right, back to drop these other journals off. All right, there we go. Just refresh the chat, so we got new chat up in here. Let's see what we have. See, and this is what's weird. Look at, I have all these people sitting in my I mean, I have all these people sitting in my chat. Just, it's like they're lurking. You know what I bet they're doing? So the longer they're in here, they get the rewards for Albion. So I'm wondering if they have just turned on the stream and just so they can get their loot drops, which is fine. be nice if they interacted or were actually, you know, actively viewing. Or, I mean, they're in the chat, but they're, you know, it is what it is. All right, let's see what we got here. Let's go to lab resources. We definitely need to get more of the Tinkers. We need, because as you can see, I do have some Grandmaster Tinker journals, which would be nice. We don't have those. We need to get some more Fletcher journals. Blacksmith. So there is that. I do want to see something. I do have a resource drop. Let's see what I have stacks of. What's a stack of this going for? 750k. And I have 3 stacks of it. Do I wait? Got some stacks of ornate cloth, which is good. Getting some lavish cloth. What does this sell for right now? 652k. So that's not bad. What's leather? What's cured leather selling for? Wow, a stack? Really? 1.9 mil. Well, let's see what we can do, because that would be. This is gonna be 3 mil right here. Wow. Let's actually go see. That's interesting. We'll go into Fort Sterling. Now, mind you, this is the Fort Sterling market that is saying the estimated market value of this is 1.09 mil. So we'll put this up for sale here and see what it'll do here. Loading in here, so many people. It's funny when you come here on a mobile device, it'll tell you that the zone is overcrowded. So let's see what they have for us. There we go. That's a little bit. Jesus, this is packed too. Holy moly. There's a couple mammoths in here. There we go. Alright, so let's go to the sell. We're gonna sell this. Let's see what we got, people. No. See, and that's the thing. Look, your sell order, they want you to sell it on that. See, I'm not going for that. I don't go for below market. Sorry. Okay, that's much. There, 1160 for a full stack. So I'll walk out with 100. Yeah, 1.12. So yeah, that's what we're gonna sell that for. I'm not. Oh, what did I say? 50 or 60? 2% above average. I did not realize. Holy moly. What makes the leather? What makes the leather? Is it Fletcher's? No, Fletcher's. Yeah, it is Fletcher's. Oh my god. I wonder if there's a set of leather armor that's really setting that off like that. Tier 5. products, journals. See, that's a Fletcher journal. Hang on. I don't want empty, obviously. We're just gonna type in here. So that's the only thing that shows up in this. See, full journals. I wonder what tier 5's going for. Let's see if we get somebody that has a good amount of them. We'll buy them up. There we go. He's above 8%. So you know what? We're gonna buy them all. We're just gonna buy all 229 of these. Yes. And I don't know why that does that. Yes, take them all. I don't know why it does that. That is actually quite interesting. I'm wondering what is setting the market like that. You know what? Let's look at tier 6. A lot of empty journals sold for 52, so I'm wondering if the price. I guess that makes sense. That's really odd. I want to see some journals. Oh, clear that. I wonder. Oh, nope. Hang on. Consumables. Potion. What is this made out of? Okay, so that takes goose eggs. What does this do? Temporarily increases your max carry weight and max health and makes you immune to force movement effects. So how much? For how long though? Jesus. So is that one? So if I was raising geese, I would do geese eggs, which I do have quite a bit. So this. Oh, it's because he's got so many of them. Okay. Is that the only? Hang on. Is it the only potion at tier 5? Okay, so there's that. And that's made of this and that. So that's minor. Okay, so this is it. Poisonous potion can be thrown at enemies to poison them. Okay. But that, wait a minute, there was a stack. How much is that stack worth? I mean, is that what he's making? No. That can't be what he's making. That can't be it. So what's what is that? Dev's Arcane Essence. Where the hell you find that? Oh. Here we go, healing potions. This is what I wanted to see. So that and chicken eggs. So how much is one of these worth? So theoretically, glowing potion restores some health over time. Item power 700. So theoretically, a stack. Just gonna make my calculator come out on me. Gotta do some math here. So theoretically, if let's see here, 1980 times 999, 999, because that's a stack. Per stack at that price, you're making almost 2 mil a stack. a stack of this, if you were just to take that market value, so do 417 silver times 99. So that's a stack of that. That's so 416 is about right. What are eggs going for? 69 a per. So 69 times. Oh my god. Yeah, I can see why that's profitable. I can see why that's profitable. Okay. We need to take a run here. I need to go back to Zandy Island. There, or does the Guild Island have? No. One of my islands has a. It's not Zandy. Did I put it on Candy Docks Island? Come on. I wonder if it's sitting on this one. I think I put a. Or did I tear it down maybe? Holy shit. Oh, I have this island rented. That's why. No, I don't have this island rented. I'm wondering if I just went down the list, this, and just did them. I bet I did. Where would I have put that island for that? I know I don't have it on Zandy Island. Alright. So, that tells me hang on, let me deposit this here. Yeah, they're not cheap. Alright, so over here I have a lumberjack. Can I... hang on. Potato schnapps. Oh, it shows what you can grow. Okay, so potions up to tier 7. Tier 8 invisibility potions. Alright. So, we'll leave that there for now. Alright, looks like we're gonna go into a new adventure, but for today, thank you guys for tuning in, sticking with me for the last 3 hours here. I appreciate it. Do come back tonight. We'll be streaming some Modern Warfare. Probably, we might even jump on Genshin tonight, do a little bit of that. I was told about a new game, so I'm gonna check that out as well. But again, thanks a lot, everybody. I do appreciate you being here, and thanks a lot. See you on the next one.